please check us out www.mizizifoods.com, or you can send me a text message 508-572-4156. Again, thank you so much for your time, and make it a point to try this magic in a flour. Hey, welcome back to Mizizi kitchen. Today is a very busy day. I have a huge order of mandazi, and I said, why not? It started getting boring and just lonely here. I said, let's make this dough together. So first things first, what are we using? We are using the magic in a flour. That's the mandazi donut flour right here. You can call it donut flour, mandazi flour. It's ready to use. The only thing you need to add is oil and water. Let's get this rolling, right? Have you ever tried making mandazi? How was it? Please let me know if it was easy to use the flour. Did you follow the steps? The tricky part is following the steps, because a lot of people sometimes we eyeball so much. And one thing I like to emphasize on is the flour. As you measure the flour, you use a knife to level it. Yep, you use a knife. See that? That's not a cup. That's more than a cup. Okay? So you use a knife to level and take off the extra flour. Now that's a cup. Okay? The other thing I wanted to let you know, when you're working on your dough, you don't want it stuck on your hand. If you see it getting stuck on your hand, just take like a sprinkle, not too much flour, add to the dough and see how it comes out. If it's too dry, maybe there's a problem too. What do? Take like a tablespoon. I'll say take a tablespoon. Don't take too much water. This is a tablespoon of water, and add it to your dough. And keep saying if it's the consistency you want. The things we are looking at, not getting stuck on your hand, and not too hard like you're making chapati. You want it soft. So let's do this. That's the magic in a flour. I'll go ahead and add in our ready to use flour in the mixer. Then add the only two ingredients you need if you have this magic in a flour. That's water right there, and your oil. Believe it or not, that's all you need. So caution to you, when you're starting your mixer, please start on the lower number, because at this point the flour is still not mixed with the oil and the water, so it can splatter everywhere, and that's why I started on the lower number. So over time, maybe after a few seconds, I'm going to increase the number, because everything is starting to get mixed up. All I'm looking for is to achieve the dough consistency that I want. Okay, some noise. Don't go anywhere, please. One more caution, you don't have to use the mixer. So you can use your hand to make the dough. It's only that I have a big order and I needed this quick. So the mixer makes your work quicker. So when you're using your hand, and remember, please don't give up. When the dough is not mixing well the way you want, just add a tablespoon of water. That's all you need to do. Just a tablespoon, please. And if you think you overdid the water, just try sprinkling some dash of flour and you'll be good to go. Okie doke, our dough is well mixed. I'll transfer it to our surface and give it a few more knead. And by doing this, you're activating the gluten. You really don't have to. It's just a practice I'm used to. And see how it's not getting stuck on the surface? I hope it's clear enough. I'll go ahead and wrap this dough. Let it rest for about 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes. And don't go anywhere, please. So our dough rested well enough. See how it's swollen on the top? I want you to observe something. Let's do this together. So as I open this, you realize the dough is losing the air. and it will get flat. So two things, I'll give you a heads up. Please, if you know you won't be cooking your dough immediately, don't let it stay for a long time without releasing the air, because the worst that can happen, the dough will get stuck on the paper and you end up losing most of your dough. Or if you're using a kitchen towel, you end up losing your kitchen towel because the dough will get stuck on the towel. So please, if you know you won't be cooking within 30 minutes, go do yourself a favor, open the door, get some air out and let it rest. Okay, so I just opened our dough. I'll get about 8 balls out of this. This is what I mean by balls, like that. 1. You don't have to get 8, you can do more to get small pieces of mandazi, or you can do less to get bigger, but I'll say try and stick to 8, because doing maybe about 5, your mandazi will be too big and maybe they won't cook. So this will make my work easy when it's time to roll and cut into small shapes. How many do we have? Are you counting it? Again, nothing wrong, no right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You want to dust your surface, dust your dough as well. That way your dough doesn't stick on the surface. Dust your rolling pin like that. Time to do this. And don't put too much flour, because if your dough has a lot of flour, that can make your oil dirty quick or start burning your mandazis. So be cautious of that. See that thickness? You don't want it too skinny, neither do you want it too thick. So about 1/4 inch is quite right. Cut that. I'm on my last dough. Please, 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 as you're rolling your dough, make it a point to wrap the rest if you're not going to use it immediately, because if you let it out in the air, it will dry up and give you a very hard time as you want to cook maybe later on. So whatever you're not going to cook immediately, just wrap it. But because I was using all my dough, I ended up cutting everything, as you can see. Now it's time to begin frying. So I'll start with the older ones. They've stayed out longer for about 5 minutes, and this will be resting. By the time I get to them, it will be 5 minutes. The fun moment is here, frying time. After this, mandazi is ready to be eaten. So you cook one side first, then turn it over and cook the other side. So you're waiting to achieve a brown, golden brown color. You see, I'll be showing you that. And you realize the the side facing up is beginning to swell. So you just go ahead and turn the mandazi. Cook the other side as well. That's how they look like. Give it a few minutes, maybe a minute, and it will be time to get it off the oil. Like that. Shake the excess oil off. Done. So as I wrap up, I just remembered, if you need to place an order, I forgot to let you all know. Please check us out, www.mizizifoods.com, or you can send me a text message 508-572-4156. Again, thank you so much for your time, and make it a point to try this magic in a flour. Yours truly, Spice Lady. Bye for now.